Jmook wanted to call it earlier with the needle, and now he's getting juggled. Up tilt might even do it soon.
It's huge. Oh, and is that gonna be it?
That!
Zain wins Shine 2022, says, I am not in a slump right now. I am #1 ranked for a reason.
At Shine 2022, old heroes returned and new rivalries ignited. Axe is back, playing as good as we know he is. Mango's friend Lucky, tied with his sponsor. Mech raised the hearts of many, then dropped them.
Drop zone?
Huge.
Oh no, it's drop zone. It's stomped. Oh,
wall
did he
jump
back out?
Oh, he got accidental.
F smash.
No! There's no DI! What are you doing? What are you doing, Mech? Why?
Fresher faces Panko and Grab nabbed some strong upsets and more. But across all these storylines and events, it's become clear that Melee has a new top rivalry. And it feels like this is the first time in a decade that this most important rivalry doesn't involve any of the 5 gods. Zain versus Jmook. Throughout the quarantine era, there was someone sitting as the new #1 player in the world for Melee, Zain. But in the haze of the quarantine, he was never given his crown. At the start of his ascent to the top, he was the new hotness, taking on the gods of old and defying expectations. In the times of old where most grand finals were ran by Hungrybox versus Fox, Zain pushed Marth to the top. Now in the modern era, Zain finally earned his crown, officially titled the #1 player this past August. Achieving his crowning moment, you'd think the new #1 could finally rest. But now there's an even newer hotness, whose climb took him from unranked to #3, Jmook. With a fierce hairline and fiercer brows, Jmook rose to prominence at Genesis 8, where they would meet for the first time. Zain was the only one able to beat the upstart Jmook, ending the Cinderella story early with a 3-0 in Grand Finals. Since then, 2022 has been marked by Jmook vs Zain sets, and Jmook beat Zain in their following 3 sets, becoming the only solid thing stopping Zain from being completely dominant over the scene. Making matters worse from the Zain point of view, his historic roadblock Axe looked to finally be out of his slump. Now is the time more than ever for this Marth to prove himself as #1, so let's get into it. First, let's follow Axe. Axe arrived at Shine with a gauntlet of a bracket in front of him. Let's start with Axe vs Slug, the IC's main ranked in the top 20 of the latest MPGR. Axe has never been a fan of this matchup, often switching his Pikachu out for a Young Link, but at Shine he stuck to his main and got the job done. Following this victory, Axe approached Jmook. The two had yet to meet in tournament, but when they met in top 48, sparks flew. Despite the rough chain grab that Sheik has, Axe seems straight up dominant. Axe is just one of those players that's hard to beat the first time you play him. Check out this combo in game 2.
Jmook's gotta figure something out.
Yeah. Oh, and the X combo game.
Oh my god, he's taking him to, I can show you the world.
I mean, just look at Jmook's face before Axe cleans up the stock.
Oh, doesn't kill, okay.
Oh my god.
Bro, Axe is all over and that's the stock.
Axe came in like a storm, taking the set 3-0 in under 10 minutes. Axe was playing hot at Shine 2022, so when it was clear that Axe would first be playing Zain in the top 12, he was expected by many to win it all. Axe and Zain's history goes back to 2018, and from then through now, there's only been a single instance of Zain beating Axe, which was an online meeting this past year where Axe played his Young Link instead. Axe's history with Marth goes back even further, with an 82.5% win rate versus Marth. The last time Axe lost to a Marth with his Pikachu was against Pew Pew U at NCR 2013. Suffice to say, this set looked like Axe's for the taking. But Zain had put in the work. For months prior to Shine, Zain had been labbing Pikachu on stream with Swift, the new Pikachu hotness. Zain even flew Swift out to Shine to ensure he would have the best practice for this matchup possible. Despite the tons of work Zain put in, it was just barely enough. After 4 close games, Game 5 came and Axe was shaken, dropping a few edge guards and missing a ledge dash, bringing him down to 1 stock. Zain, up a stock, took advantage of this moment and threw Pikachu up in the air and blocked his only chance to recover, closing out this historic set 3-2 in the Marth's favor.
He is super up. Uh-oh.
Yo.
Oh,
the
what
recovery.
Yo.
Oh, I think he's got it.
I think he might. Yo, Phil, I don't think he needs to switch.
He doesn't need.
I don't think he needs to switch.
From here, Zain would continue on his warpath, getting payback for Super Smash Con versus Hungrybox with a 3-1 victory. With Zain now sitting on winner's side for Grand Finals, let's look at the losers bracket. Jmook was on a tear during top 12, going through Grab, Kadoran, and even Mango on the way, bringing him officially up in sets versus Mango. Just look at this slick punish Jmook hits at the end of their set.
Oh, nice grab. That might be hit. That's a handshake.
Oh, wait, the Mango.
Oh, wait. Yo, relax. Oh, he hit him with the GG's, brother.
Yeah.
Have a safe flight.
This momentum rose as Jmook entered a rematch with Axe in the losers semi-final, and it was kinda scary. Jmook had transformed since the day prior. Some may credit it to Swift's attendance, or to the homie stocks Axe granted Jmook at the start of their set. But what really set the set was Jmook's incredible adaptability. Even Jmook tends to struggle with goated players in unfamiliar matchups, like Amsa's Yoshi. Jmook returned and answered Axe with a 3-0, once again disproving the J-Fluke cries.
Going to the ledge every single time.
Jmook be out. Oh, he catches the Naren!
Now in the losers final, Jmook's momentum was at its peak, but he had one final hurdle to overcome: Hungrybox. Despite Jmook taking the MPGR spot right above Hbox, he had yet to best the box across their 8 previous sets this year, leaving just Hungrybox and Amsa out as the only players in the top 11 yet to be bested by this Sheik. Hungrybox had a historically strong matchup against Sheik, as Sheik usually needs to change up her standard game plan against Puff. But Jmook's momentum and hydration were too great. In the end, Thirsty Box fell 3-0 to $6 Dasani bottles and incredible play by Jmook. Following the first stock taken by Jmook in Game 3, the weirdest exchange began. Jmook's J-run was met with back-to-back rest, bringing him down to just one stock. An H-walk was met by a J-walk, Hungrybox missed a rest and lost a stock for it, Jmook took another stock from H-box off the top, and then we were down to a last stock situation. After some tense moments, Jmook finally lands a grab, and with that secures a 3-stock-to-1 comeback.
No! Wait, this might be it! This might be it!
It's death!
Oh, the comeback from Jmook!
Unbelievable!
Finally smashing through this hurdle, Jmook meets Zain in Grand Finals. With these two in Grands, and with the hurdles they both overcame to take these spots, this was the moment for Zain to prove himself as rank 1. And this set was nuts. This matchup was all about spacing, and both of these players were using their space as optimally as they could. The recoveries and reactions were precise, and every interaction felt as though it was going layers deep. In the end, Jmook missed some micro interactions, which added up to be crucial in this match of top precision. So Zain took the set 3-2. With no sets lost, Zain took Shine 2022 just like he took Shine 2018, marking a beautiful symmetry in his career as he sits comfortably at the top. Shine 2022 marks the 3rd tournament within the last year where not a single Spacey sat in the top 4. Where the Spaceys used to always run Grands, it just may be that this new era will be run by Marth vs Sheik, and specifically with this new intense rivalry between Zain and Jmook. But what do you think? How long will Zain hold his title as the official rank 1? Will Jmook usurp him? Does Amsa have the secret Jmook solution? Tell us what y'all think in the comments below, and like and subscribe to PGstats for more Melee content.